We got some real stuff to talk about now.
Let's lay it all out on the line, please. Are we ready? We should just go like now. This is good, right?
Oh, it's going.
Where are we going?
Yeah.
Where are we going? Who's
It's going. It's DC101-derland, powered by Mattress Warehouse. We are here with Jimmy Eat World. Welcome back to DC, gentlemen.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
It's been, I don't even know when it's been. When's the last time you guys were here in DC?
Too long. It's been a long time.
If we flush the 2 years pandemic down the toilet, because it's a blur for everybody.
Just forget about that.
When was the last time before that? I've stumped Jim like he's gone.
I honestly have no idea.
Trance.
I honestly have no idea.
Yeah.
It's all a blur.
It's been a while.
It's just too blurry.
You guys have stepped up your dressing game since the last time I've seen you. I mean, for the backstage area, you're very, especially you, Jim, but also Zach down at the end. You're very Natalie dressed today. Sorry, guys, I didn't mean.
I
that.
mean,
I've got my finest.
Jim and I are showing some
You guys
effort.
look good too.
Jim and I are showing some effort.
You never know when you're going to make an impression in the hallways, backstage at the DC101-derland.
So you've got to be
What
dressed.
kind of like Uber people are going to be walking around?
Well, it is DC. These are power brokers back
Yes.
here, so you never know, and you've got to be dressed
It
appropriately.
could make or break your career on a first impression backstage.
I don't think at this stage of your career you need to worry about making and breaking your career. You guys are. Is it weird when somebody calls you legends?
Oh man, that is weird.
It is.
I don't
Okay,
think
well,
that's
how about
totally
this?
true.
What about you guys are icons? Is that even weirder?
I think that's not true either.
It's all weird.
Jim, do you accept the legendary status, or do you reject it? It feels like it's a game show now. Do you accept it, or do you reject it?
Can I phone a friend?
You can. You can phone Brian, because he just walked by earlier and gave us the heads up.
I don't think you can ever just accept the legendary status that someone's giving you. If the fact that you feel that way, that's very flattering and nice, but I don't think you can say, "Yeah, I'll go ahead and accept that I'm a legend or an icon."
We don't want to gaslight your feelings as not being valid, but so thank you for that. But I don't identify as either of those things.
I don't identify as legendary.
Yeah, I'm proud of what we've done. It's
As you should be.
I definitely. I mean, we definitely appreciate everything that comes our way now, like a lot more.
Yes.
I feel like it anyway. And
Do you, when you say value, do you mean value in the sense of you, with time, you are able to appreciate it more, or can you look back
Yeah.
and appreciate what you guys have done, and then, or are you know what, we're still in this, we're still making music, we need to keep looking forward, and this is not the time for looking back and retrospectives?
I'd say a little bit of all of that. I mean, like I think if you're able to look back and kind of take what you've done, like reaching goals you've set or accomplishments you feel like are still, you're proud of, that's good. But if you're mining the past for like just this, I mean, you don't want to be wasting time by doing that. Like, is there some value to like taking stock of where you've been? Cool. Then get that, but don't rest on it and still go, you know what? We're still adding value to this art, and as long as we are doing that, let's keep looking ahead. Yeah, I mean, our experience is valuable to us. Like we've done things that have been challenging, and we've gotten past them. So that's, if you find yourself in a similar puzzle, it's great to have that experience to draw upon and navigate. But no, we definitely don't rely on that. And in fact, like if we find that we're like creatively, if we're making something that's too close to something that is instantly recognizable by one of us, it's it usually doesn't advance that far. Well, Something Loud does not sound recognizable. It sounds like fresh, new Jimmy Eat World music. You guys are also doing it and releasing things in a newer sort of way. And as a band who, when you started, it was probably full albums and nothing else, to now transition to a different way of releasing your music to the people. Is that been an adjustment for you? And is it something that you guys are like, oh, this is a new way for us to do it, and we're going to accept that challenge and kind of maximize the way that people listen and consume music these days? Yeah, our strategy for the last year has been just see what happens if we try to meet people with where they're at, with how they're consuming music, with how they're listening to music, and it's by far less music, but more often, which ends up being more music
Right.
in the aggregate, really.
Right.
But it's just sort of a lot to ask even our most hardcore fan. Hey, you got an hour of time to sit down with an album we just made? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure some people are into that, but I mean, not most people.
But the way that we consume anything these days, but for the purpose of this conversation, music, it's here's an hour of music. Great. A month later, what do you got now? And it's like, well, that took us this long to put it out, and now you've consumed it and spit it right back out. Give us something else. And did that factor in all to okay? Now we're just going to give you a song, and a few months later we'll give you another song.
No, that's a good point. We didn't really think about that aspect of it, but it's totally true too.
I think you have to, just put out music, especially for a band like ourselves that have been around a long time. You can't just feel that pressure and say, oh, we just need to release something new all the time, because it needs to be good, and if you are taking shortcuts because you feel this pressure to like put out more music, I think you have to make sure that what you're doing is something that excites everyone. And like when we all four know, like when we're working on something, oh, this is good, we feel like we're proud of this. And so when we get that feeling, then we know, okay, this is something we want to release. But that doesn't always happen all the time or 100% of the time. So you have to you have to be conscious of like what the demand is out in the market. But you also have to be real with yourself and say, let's not put something out there that's just going to be like not great.
Just here's a song.
Yeah,
we have to
exactly.
put a song out. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
we
it's.
have to be excited about it. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that every song we put out is going to be something like Something Loud, which is kind of, which is on your guys. You guys are playing it on your station.
We are.
That's awesome. But I mean, we're not going to be excited to make something that all the time that works that way. You know what I mean? Like, because there's definitely the side to us that's more like a 7-minute song, moody
Yes.
kind of vibe.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think we're good about the expectations we put on what we're doing when we release it.
Let me ask you about Something Loud, the title. Have you tripped over the title Something Loud? Because me talking about it on DC101, and you go, oh, here's Something Loud from Jimmy Eat World. And then they go, okay, great. Well, what's the name of the song? When you were putting together titles of songs, did that ever cross your mind? And now, when you are talking about Something Loud, do you have to then say, I'm talking about the song Something Loud, not just Something Loud from us?
This is our version of the Who's on
This
First
is the
joke.
Who's on First? We're Abbott and Costelloing this.
We had a big band meeting about what's going to annoy Roche the most. What could we really do to
We
just
found
bum out Roche?
Next song is going to be
Something
called.
Loud.
Yeah.
The next song is going to be called A Really Good Song.
See, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Brian from Silver Sun Pickups was in here earlier, so we have to circle back and clean up some unfinished business. And they were talking about Nikki having a song from George Jones that she is guaranteed to cry over. And Brian said, Jim, if you tickle him underneath of his armpit, but I won't tell you which one, he is guaranteed to cry. So we need to confirm or deny that that is a thing that will make you cry.
I've known Jim since we were in preschool. I think that's a rumor, a really bad rumor.
But Zach, have you ever tickled him in the correct armpit to?
I've never tried to tickle Jim.
It's a conspiracy theory that I think is getting some legs here. Started from Brian.
Tonight on stage we'll do it. But we need to know which arm it
see if
is.
he
or it's
cry-
gonna
and see
look
if he
really
cries.
weird. Yeah.
Jim doesn't even want to talk. He's like, you know what? I don't even want this out in the world because I don't want
I
people
don't want people touching
finding
me.
my spot.
Yeah. Can't find
I just don't know where to take this.
Take it over to Brian and take it up with him.
I don't even have anything good ready to go in defense for this.
He did come at you, yeah. He dropped that on you.
Yeah.
Can I ask before we go, and this I only ask because this is the time of year, and I always think about Christmas songs and how it gets into the rotation for forever. And I feel like the last one is that Ariana Grande song, Santa Tell Me. Do I need to sing this? Does anybody know this song?
a couple bars.
Okay. Could somebody sing that real just off?
You can do it. Sing it.
Okay. Santa, tell me. Okay. That one and the Kelly Clarkson Underneath the Tree are the two most recent ones, and then Mariah.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get into the rotation. Like, we have a station as part of DC101 that plays Christmas music. And it's hard to get on there because it's all classic songs.
Can you play
Right.
like the John Lennon one, or is that?
Well, we
that's
play the
too-
John. They play the John Lennon "Happy Christmas," which
Yeah.
is fantastic. But that's
Classic,
50
yeah.
years old now. So like from this century, there's only been like 3. You guys did Last Christmas, and that station plays your version of Last Christmas along with the Wham version. So you guys kind of broke through and were able to go, we've got a song now that also is turning into a timeless song. So I'm sure you've been asked a million times about the version of Last Christmas that you do, but did you realize when you went in to go, let's just do this song, that it was going to be a song that was going to stand the test of time?
No, not at all. Is the short answer. It's just like I don't know. It just
do a Christmas song. We'll do this one.
yeah, like I said, you just got to chase the idea that you're excited about, and sometimes it works.
Even the recording of that was just you and Ken, right? And it was really fast. I remember
Yeah, I
being
think-
there.
Yeah, I
Didn't
think
take that
we were
long.
working with Ken Andrews on something, and I think it was like Luke was like, you guys should do it. You guys need. to
We
do
were
a
on a
Christmas
break because Ava was just born.
song." Oh,
So
okay.
like my first daughter was born in September of 2001, and it was like we had a break. So it was like I think during the break, Jim made this version of it and like sent it to us and was like, oh, this is cool, and like
Put it out there.
But we didn't really think that much about it, and then like it's
Do
all
you
these
guys
years
know that
later.
it's a thing? I feel like I'm
Oh,
breaking
no,
news to you
I
guys.
hear it like in the mall.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Your
hear
version.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, like-
and you're like, oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I did that as a goof while we were on a
Yeah.
break, and now look at it.
Yeah, that's like it's the speakers on the
Well, that's
aisle 7.
because you said the mall, so I was like,
Yeah,
oh, it's
yeah,
up,
every-
it's
you
up
know,
there.
everyone knows.
It's up there. It's up there.
Yeah.
You don't need to play it tonight. I just wanted to ask you about it because tis the season, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Tis the season. So what is the plan for 2023? Is it continue to record and release singles, or is it we're starting to compile to release something as a package?
We're always working on music. I don't know exactly what shape and size
Mhm.
it's going to look like when it's finally released into
We're
the
probably
wild.
like straddling the fence between those two things at the moment, like figuring out, if there's anything new that we can release that we're excited about on its own, or taking stock of like thinking about a larger grouping of songs. So
We
kind
have
of-
to figure out that time because we're going into Australia too. So
yeah,
time of
Yeah.
working.
Yeah, we're
exciting
gonna be-
time management of being a band.
We're going to be doing a lot of touring too. Oh, next year is also our 30th anniversary as a band. so there's
1993 to
that.
2023. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Because you guys are legendary at this point. See, I got it back in there. Jimmy Eat World at DC101-derland. Thank you, gentlemen. Enjoy the experience this evening.
Thanks for
Yeah,
having
thanks
us.
for having
Thank
us,
you.
man, really.